ज्ञानतिमिरस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टां स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वापदाचितं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुक्तापदकामलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपसाधना साधना रघुनतमिदं शिवम् साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदसाधना ललिता श्रीविशाखापितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धुजगत्पते गोपिश गोपिकापन्ता नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकञ्चन गौरङ्गे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण Hare Krishna network. Okay, just like I said before, many devotees they are practicing for drama, so many may not be joining today, but we'll still continue our reading. Mother Lakshmi, how was your exam? Are you there, Mother Lakshmi? Let's continue. So yesterday we discussed Krishna talking about different kind of austerity, charity, sacrifices in different modes of nature. So already we have read about the austerity of the body. We read austerity of speech. So now we are in verse 15. So we're going to continue from verse 16, which Krishna continues his explanation to Arjuna about austerity of the mind. Let's go and read. So here Krishna continues. Manaprasadam sumyatam maunam atma vinigraha bhavasham shuri iti etat tapo manasam uchate. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one existence are the austerity of the mind. So if you want to make your mind austere, these are what you are supposed to be practicing. Always be satisfied with whatever you have. Always be satisfied in whatever situation you find yourself. That is very good for the mind. It's called the austerity of the mind. Always try to be simple. That is austerity of the mind. Gravity, to be great. Sometimes it becomes serious. Okay, that is good for the mind. And self-control, very, very important. And purification of one existence are the austerity of the mind. So let's read the purport.
I read it.
Yes, please, go ahead.
To make the mind austerity is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. The best training for the mind is gravity. In truth, one should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. To purity one's nature is to become Krishna consciousness. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from thoughts of sense enjoyment. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways for sense gratification. And so there is no possibility of the mind's becoming satisfied. The best course is to divert the mind to the Vedic literature, which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas and Mahabharata. One can take advantage of this knowledge and thus become purified. The mind should be devoid of duplicity and one should think of the welfare of all. Silence means that one is always thinking of self-realization. The person in Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this sense. Control of control of the mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All these qualities together constitute austerity in mental activities. Hare Krishna.
Right. So today, in the modern day, people are wondering why, even with so many technological advancement in our, how we do things, all the AI things, people are becoming more and more miserable. Why? People are not happy. Why? Because the mind, there's no austerity of the mind, which is to refrain the mind from sense gratification. Because the more you try to indulge the mind in sense gratification, it's like pouring fuel in the fire. And you know what happens when you pour fuel in the fire? The mind will just go, haywire. And that is why to control the mind, to make the mind free from all this distraction, one have to practice this austerity of the mind. Very, very important. As given by Krishna here. Satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one existence. If you can practice this thing, you will see that your mind will become very happy and peaceful. So we have to cultivate them. It's very, very important. Now let's go to the next. Krishna talking about austerity that he has already explained. Shadaya paraya taptam tapasta trividam narai apalaka shivi yuktam satvikam parishachate. This threefold austerity is performed with transcendental faith by men, not expecting material benefit, but engaged only for the sake of the supreme, is called austerity in goodness. So all these things we have mentioned, when it's done for the pleasure of God and not expecting any material benefit, that is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Okay? When it's done only for the satisfaction of the Lord, not for some material gain, is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Okay. Satkara mana pujartam tapo dambe nachai vayat yate tadiya proktam rajasam chalama dhruvam. Okay. Penance performance of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. When you perform all this austerity for the sake of gaining respect from others, to be honored, to be worshipped, is said to be in the mode of passion. Okay? It can never be stable nor permanent. Okay. Want to read the purports?
I will read it.
Okay, purport.
Sometimes penance and austerity are executed to attract people and receive honor, respect, and worship from others. Person in the mode of passion Persons in the mode of passion arrange to be worshipped by subordinates and let them wash their feet and offer riches. Such arrangements artificially made by the performance of penances are considered to be in the mode of passion. The results are temporary, they can be contained for some time, but they are not permanent. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So that is performing austerity in the mode of passion. The results are temporary and it cannot be permanent because it's for material gain. Okay, so let's go to the ignorant. Mudagri nakmanoya pidaya kriyate tapan parasyo sadanartava tam tamasa mudaritam. Penance performed out of foolishness with self-torture or to destroy or injure others. It's said to be in the mode of ignorance. You see some people, they perform austerity, they torture themselves so much. They are fasting, they are doing so many things, they do all this kind of serious, painful austerity just to injure others, to control others or to give others pain. This is austerity in the mode of ignorance. Okay, so there are instances of foolish penance undertaken by demons, like Hiranyakashipu, who perform austere penance to become immortal and kill the demigods. He prayed to Brahma for such things, but ultimately he was killed by the supreme personality of Godhead to undergo penance for something which is impossible. Is certainly in the order. So here, Prabhupada is giving an example of Hiranyakashipu. You know what Hiranyakashipu did? Hiranyakashipu was standing on one leg for many years, thousands of years.
His connection is very bad.
It's always when the story is the most interesting.
He's gone.
Tata Chandra Das, your fingers are huge. They're bigger than your head.
Really?
Your fingers are huge. They're bigger than your head. Yeah, changing form.
Oh, it's successful.
I think
It's a little
Kevin
late.
Paradasa, he disappeared and he's coming back in a moment.
Oh, I see.
Hare Krishna, sorry, network.
Krishna.
So,
Welcome back.
thank you very much, network. So Hiranyakashipu was desiring such power that you will not be killed by any animal or human being, or no weapon, not in the day or at night. Just imagine somebody performing austerity so that he will live forever. That was the consciousness of Kashipu. So Lord Brahma gave him all this benediction, and that is why Lord Nishingadev appeared. He fulfilled all these benedictions that he got, and he's still killing. He appeared not as a woman or animal, half man, half lion. He didn't kill him with weapon. He used his fingernail. He didn't kill him in the day or at night. He killed him at the twilight, not in the day, not night. He didn't kill him inside or outside. He killed him at the threshold. So he fulfilled all these benedictions and still kill him to show that no one can live forever in this world. So that is austerity in the mode of ignorance. Torturing yourself for the desire that's impossible, like in Ayakashipo. So let's continue. Okay, let's continue to text 20. So it says, Datavyam iti yadanam diyate nupakarine deshe kalayasha patrecha tadanam satvika smritam. Charity given out of duty without expectation. Now Krishna is talking about charity now. So charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. So if you want to give charity, you should consider this Krishna's instruction. So let's read the purport. Purport give more details in the purports.
Okay. In the Vedic literature, charity given to a person engaged in spiritual activities is recommended. There is no recommendation for giving charity indiscriminately. Spiritual perfection is always a consideration. Therefore, charity is recommended to be given at a place of pilgrimage and at lunar or solar eclipses, or at the end of the month, or to qualified Brahmana or a Vaishnava devotee, or in temples. Such charities should be given without any consideration of return. Charity to the poor is sometimes given out of compassion, but if a poor man is not worth giving charity to, then there is no spiritual advancement. In other words, indiscriminate charity is not recommended in the Vedic literature.
That is why, thank you very much. That is why sometimes we avoid giving direct money to the beggars, and we give them food. I remember one time in my country, in Nigeria, there's a place where the government built for the beggar. So the beggars, they live in that place. So during the day, they go around the city to beg, and they come back there at night. So there was one story I heard about the particular beggar there, because we used to go there to distribute food. That this beggar, when they go, because generally no woman, many of them don't get a wife easily, except a beggar woman also like them. But this particular beggar, once they go out to beg for money, so at night when they come back, young girls come around them and touch their body and try to get the money away from them. So they give this money to girls who come around, or some of them use it to buy drinks. It's not that they have desire to drink and enjoy themselves also. It's not that because they are beggar, they don't enjoy themselves. So they have this desire to enjoy themselves. So if you give them such money and they use it for all these kind of simple things, so you are not helping them actually. There's no spiritual advancement. And so you are going to get karma because you are aiding their enjoyment. And that is why we prefer to give them spiritual food. Other people are going to give them money anyway. So we just prefer to give them spiritual food to purify them. Because by taking prasadam, they get purified. Because if you give them money and they go and use it for sense gratification, then you are going to get the karma also. So that is why it is mentioned, charity should be given to the right person in the right place at the right time. Means charity should be given to a saintly person, and that for the propagation of God's work. Because when you give a charity to a saintly person, it's going to use it for saintly activities. and you get spiritual benefits. Actually, if you give charity to a Brahmana, in your next life, you get it 100 times back. But if you give charity to a Vaishnava, you get it millions times back. If you give charity to God, you get it unlimited times back in your next life. The people who are intelligent, they know how and when and where to give charity to. In that way, you get spiritual benefits. Okay. Yato pachuopa karam tam palam audisya bapunaha diyate chapari klishtam tadana raja sanskrita. So now let us hear about the charity passion. But charity, okay, Prabhuji, you want to ask question?
Yeah, I have a question. I couldn't find the virtual hand.
Yeah, maybe Prabhu already raised his hand first. Let me, after him, I will come to you.
It's in the heart-shaped thing that says react. Look there, you'll find the low. I do
Okay,
have a
Prabhuji.
question because
Yes,
when I
please.
was listening to you and you're saying that the intelligent person knows how to give charity because you get all of this return in the next life or you get all this, doesn't that seem to be like expectation of return? I
No,
mean,
actually, you're supposed to give without expectation of return. But in the
exactly.
but in the material world, no one does anything without expectation. For you to engage in activities without expectation means you're already pure in consciousness. But charity in the mode of goodness, the one who is giving charity in the mode of goodness is not expecting anything in return. I'm just explaining to you, even though if you're expecting anything in return, at least you should know why you should give to who you are giving to and where you are giving it to.
Yes.
So, but one in the mode of goodness is not expecting anything in return.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu.
I was wondering, is there some injunction that giving to a Vaishnav is better than giving to a Brahmana or giving directly to the deity?
Yeah. It's mentioned. I've had it before. I have to find out the codes. It gives actually give precisely what you get in return. If you give to a particular person, you get double. If you give back to if you give to a particular person, you get 100 times. If you give back to a particular person, you get unlimited like that. Mentioned in that place. Something
That'd
like
be
that.
interesting to find out.
Yeah. So
I think I know the answer.
yeah, please. What is the answer?
Well, Prabhupada said that those that are involved in devotional service, they are directly linked to Krishna. They are the closest to me, and they are the ones who benefit the most.
You're right. And also, I remember in the purport we read before, Prabhupada said one who want to give charity, one of those quality we read in chapter 16 beginning, that you should give 50% of your money, like if you're a businessman, you give 50% of your money to for propagation of Krishna consciousness, and that will be for your own benefit. Prabhupada mentioned that one. At least that one I remember. But this other one that if you give to Brahmana, you give to Vaishnava, and what you get in return, mentioned in the Vedas, and I will find it out later to share with you all. Okay.
So, Prabhu,
Yeah.
how do we implement this within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness?
Which one?
Giving 50% of your earnings.
Yeah. You see, one thing about
Giving charity.
not
to the
only charity,
institution.
not only charity. One thing about Krishna consciousness is that the setting is completely different from the Christianity. You see, in the Christianity, the people they go to church and they have been taught that they should give 10% or give donation every Sunday when they come. I remember when I was going to church, there's a particular service that everybody have to stand up from their seats and go and drop donation in the donation box. It's part of the church service, you see. But in the Hare Krishna, there's nothing like that. So you allow people to come and give on their own free will. And nobody is ready to give anything, Everybody is thinking that, oh, the Indians are going to give, so I should not bother myself to give. And in that way, they are not cultivating this habit of giving to the temple. Instead, everybody is thinking of what to get from the temple. I mean the local now versus the Indians. The Indians know that they should not take from the temple, they should only give to the temple. But the locals who are coming to Krishna consciousness, they are even interested in taking from the temple instead of giving. So that is the difference in consciousness. You will never give an Indian man something and he will not think of giving you something in return. He will say, no, 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 please take. Because he's scared. He has been trained that he should not collect anything for free. You see, like that. And if you are coming to temple, they will always, whenever they come to the temple, they will never come with empty pockets. If they don't bring anything, fruit or something little, they must go to the donation box and drop something. That is how they have been trained. So devotee have to understand this also. That when you come to temple, don't leave temple, don't go to temple with empty hand. You must drop something in the donation box. Like that.
Actually, Prabhu,
Yeah.
I even heard a statement by Prabhupada saying
Yeah.
that all disciples, if they visit the temple, congregational members, they should at least bring some water or some flowers
Yeah. Yes.
to
Yes.
offer to the deity.
Yes.
Congregational members.
Yes. That is the tradition. Because when you are going to see an important guest, you should not go with empty hand. So if talking of you are going to see Krishna, you should not go, because when you go with Krishna holding some gift, actually the story behind it is the story of Sudama Vipra. To show that if you go to Krishna with a gift, Krishna is going to reward you abundantly. Sudama Vipra went to Krishna in Dwaraka. The wife gave him a very old cheap rice. So Sudama Vipra was actually feeling shy to give that to Krishna. Even though he was holding it with the intention to give him, like taking something to Krishna. But he was so shy that when he saw the palace of Krishna, he was so shy to bring it down the gift. And Krishna said, Sudama, you have brought something precious for me, but you are hiding it. Just imagine, Krishna is always expecting, what are you bringing for me? You see, like Sudama, you have bought something special, precious for me, but you are hiding it. Oh, no, Krishna, no. It's nothing precious. It's nothing precious. No, give me, please give me. Like that, Krishna was dragging it and possibly, he took it from Sudama. And he said, oh, Sudama, you have brought this wonderful thing and you are hiding it. And Krishna took one. Very nice. Oh, no, Sudama, why are you hiding this? As he was about to take the second one, Lakshmi held the hand of Krishna, said, my Lord, what are you doing? By taking this first one, I'm going to serve this person in 2 lifetimes. If you take the second one, then I'm going to start serving for many lifetimes. Please, I don't want to far away from you. It means if you bring any gift to Krishna and Krishna accepts your gift, he's going to reward you abundantly. So that is why it is the culture in India that when you are going to the deities, you should not go empty-handed. You should always bring some gift for Krishna. Because if Krishna accepts your gifts, my God, he's going to reward you, like that. So that is why Prabhupada is trying to encourage devotees that they should not go empty-handed to deities. They should always bring something. Even if it is water, they leave. Like Krishna requested in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpa Phalam Toyam. But it must be done with devotion, like that. Is that okay, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah. One little thing more. Actually, I have an Indian friend.
Have
And
you
one
read
time,
Charity and Passion? Yes.
huh?
Okay,
Am I
we have not read Charity.
Am I disconnected?
No, I think there's some problem with the connection. It's okay. He can't hear you.
Oh, I see. Anyway, I just mentioned actually that I have a friend, an Indian friend,
Okay.
and sometimes that he would pick me up from the city after book distribution and take me to the temple because he worked in the city in Australia, I'm talking
Okay.
about. And then we go to the temple, and then before we reach the temple, he says, "Oh no, I don't have anything to bring to Krishna." So then he would stop like in a convenience store or wherever was closest to buy water and some fruit.
Yeah,
Some fruit and water, and then bring
that is
it
the
to the
culture.
temple.
That is the culture. Yeah.
And I was thinking, wow, this is so amazing. I've never seen this before,
Yeah.
I think
That is
he didn't even stop at like the cheap the cheap supermarket. It was just like the closest thing, like like a convenience store, and he bought some fresh fruit and water. I was thinking, wow, this guy has so much devotion.
Actually, yes, he has a devotion, but it's like the culture. They have been trained from childhood. When
Yeah.
the father is going to the temple, that is what the father have been doing. So you have seen that. So becoming is also part of the habit for him to imbibe into his life. So it's like that. Generally, it's like that in India. Okay, let's continue. In passion. Yatu praptua pakara tam palam shyava puna yate chapare shmitam tadana rajasam shmitam. But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with desire for fruitful results or in a grudging mood. It's said to be charity in the mode of passion. Okay, let's read the purpose.
I will read it.
Yes, please.
Charity is sometimes performed for elevation to the heavenly kingdom and sometimes with great trouble and with repentance afterwards. Why have I spent so much in this way? Charity is also sometimes given under some obligation at the request of a superior. These kinds of charity are said to be given in the mode of passion. There are many charitable foundations which offer their gifts to institutions where sense gratification goes on. Such charities are not recommended in the Vedic scripture. Only charity in the mode of goodness is recommended. Hare Krishna.
So, like this one, like mentioned at the request of superior, like your Guru Maharaj say, oh, give this also amount of money to this particular temple. You say, oh my God, oh, why would I give this money? Oh, it's too much. Like, giving in a grudging mode. Actually, that is the mode of passion already. It's already in the mode of passion. Or you are giving because you want some return. It's already in the mode of passion. So this is what Krishna is trying to explain here. Prabhupada explained in the purport. He said this kind of he said, but charity is also sometimes given under some obligation at the request of superior. So this is the mode of passion. It's not in the mode of goodness. So charity should be given in the mode of goodness.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah. Sometimes those who are working outside in the corporate world, then sometimes they have some charity fundraising, etc. And their company is expected to donate, or maybe the boss will expect the workers to give some donation to some charity that they're affiliated with. So what can we do? Because we don't really have an option there.
Yeah, that is the mode of passion.
The mode of passion, you cannot escape it because the boss will.
Yeah, that's what
challenge
Papa mentioned in the
you.
purport, because it's like obligation to give because of superiority to do that. So it's not like it's coming from you willingly, happily. That is in mode of passion. So you don't get so much benefit for that. Yeah. Actually, the charity that you get most benefit from is the one given in the mode of goodness. Because anyway, you are not expecting anything in return. You are giving willingly. You are giving to the right person at the right place. That is charity in the mode of goodness. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes,
Thank you.
And he said, Adeshakale Yadanam Apretyabyascha Diyate Asakritam Avagyatam Tandama Samudaritam. He said, and the charity performed at an impure place at an improper time to unworthy persons or without proper attention and respect is said to be in the mode of ignorance. So if you read this proper now, you see proper explain little about that. Say contribution for indulgence is intoxication and gambling are not encouraged here. That sort of contribution is in the mode of ignorance. Such charity is not beneficial, rather sinful person are encouraged. Similarly, if a person gives charity to a suitable person but without respect and without attention, that sort of charity also is said to be in the mode. So Papa mentioned one thing also here. Sometimes you are giving charity to a suitable person, but without respect and without attention. That is also in the mode of ignorance. So that is also in the mode of ignorance, as mentioned here. So this is charity in the mode of giving to support self-gratification. in the proper place, at proper, not proper time, unworthy person, and like that, impure place, without proper attention, no respect. You're just doing it because, you just have to do it. That is in the mode of that darkness or ignorance. Now, we're almost finished chapter 17. Krishna is now going to describe about the Om Tat Sat. This is what? After explaining about the charity, the sacrifice, and the austerity. Om Tat Sat iti nirdesho brahmana tri vidas mitaha. Brahmanas tena vedas cha yajya cha vihita pura. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. So let's read the purpose.
Okay, read it.
Oh, damn.
Go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay. Yeah, I'll read it. Okay. Purport. It has been explained that penance, sacrifice, charity, and foods are divided into three categories: the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But whether first class, second class, or third class, they are all conditioned, contaminated by the material modes of nature. When they are aimed at the Supreme, Om Tat Sat, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Eternal, they become means for spiritual elevation. In the scriptural injunctions, such an objective is indicated. These three words, Om Tat Sat, particularly indicate the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vedic hymns, the word Om is always found. One who acts without following the regulations of the scriptures will not attain the absolute truth. He will get some temporary result, but not the ultimate end of life. The conclusion is that the performance of charity, sacrifice, and penance must be done in the mode of goodness. Performed in the mode of passion or ignorance, they are uncertainly inferior in quality. The three words Om Tat Sat are uttered in conjunction with the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Example, Om Tat Vishnu. Whenever a Vedic hymn or the holy name of the Supreme Lord is uttered, Om is uttered. This is an indication of Vedic literature. These three words are taken from Vedic hymns. Om iti etat brahmano nedishtam nama. The Rig Veda indicates the first goal. Then Tattvam Asi, Chandogya Upanishad 687, indicates the second goal. And Sat Eva Somya, Chandogya Upanishad 621, indicates the third goal. Combined, they become Om Tat Sat. Formerly, when Lord Brahma, the first created living entity, performed sacrifices, he indicated by these three words the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the same principle has always been followed by disciplic succession. So this hymn has great significance. Bhagavad Gita recommends, therefore, that any work done should be done for the Om Tat Sat, or for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When one performs penance, charity, and sacrifice with these three words, he is acting in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is a scientific execution of transcendental activities which enables one to return home back to Godhead. There is no loss of energy in acting in such a transcendental way.
So whenever you want to give any charity, you should always utter these three words, Om Tat Sat. That's what Krishna is recommending here. That this, once you utter this mantra, then whatever charity, austerity, or sacrifice performing, it becomes perfect. Because these three words indicates the three goals of life. Om Tat Sat. Then Krishna continues to explain about this Om. Tasma Omi iti udaritya jagya dana tapa kriyaha pravatante vidanokta tatatam brahma pradina. Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performances of charity. Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performances of sacrifice, charity, and penance in accordance with scriptural regulation begin always with Om to attain the supreme. You see, like that. So here I say, Om Tat Vishnu Paramam Padam. Just like when we purify ourselves in the morning, with when we do our the purificatory process, we say Om Tat Vishnu Paramam Padam Sadapanshanti Suraya Divivasha Surata difference to the fire of Samidati Vishnu Ya Paramam Padam. So Om Tat Vishnu Paramam. So In all mantras, this Om, that Vishnu is always mentioned because it shows that whatever you are doing for the benefit of the Lord. So the lotus feet of Vishnu are the supreme devotional platform. The performance of everything on behalf of the supreme personality of God, the assurance, the perfection of all activity. That is why we chant this Ota Vishnu Paramam Padam. Pada Pashyanti Suraya. Ha! Very, very important mantra. Then he said, now he described Om in that place. Now he's going to describe Tat. Tariti Anabi Sandhya Palam Jagyata Pa Kriyaha. Dana Kriyascha Vividaha Kriyate Mokshakashibi. Without desiring fruitful result, one should perform various kinds of sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word Tat. The purpose of such transcendental activity is to get free from material entanglement. Okay? Somebody want to read this one? Very short.
To elevate to the spiritual position, one should not act for any material gain. Acts should be performed for the ultimate gain of being transparent to the spiritual kingdom, back to home, back to God. Hare Krishna.
So in this remaining verses, Krishna is just explaining these three words. Om Tat Vishnu, Om Tat Tat, Om Tat Sat, sorry, like that.
10 minutes.
You say, Sadbhave Sadubhave Cha Saditi Etapayujyate Prashasate Karmani Tata Sacha Partarujyate Jagyatapasi Danecha Siti Saditi Choshate Karma Chaiva Tadatiyam Saditi Eva Bidiyate. The absolute truth is the objective of emotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. The performer of such sacrifice is also called Sat, as are all works of sacrifice, penance, and charity, which, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Personality, the Supreme Person, O Son of Prita. So Krishna is here concluding, saying that the absolute truth is the objective of sacrifice, of the devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. And the one who is performing it also is Sat. Sat means eternal, eternity. So whatever you are doing, and you are mentioning this word, Om Tat Sat, is to indicate that you are offering these things to the Supreme Personality of God, who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Mukta Cha Prabhu E Bacha. Jagya Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. The purpose.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Go.
The words Prashastak harmony or prescribed duties indicate that there are many activities prescribed in the Vedic literature which are purificatory processes, beginning from the time of conception up to the end of one's life. Such purificatory processes are adopted for the ultimate liberation of the living entity. In all such activities, it is recommended that one vibrate Om Tat Sat. The words Sadbhave and Sadubhave indicate the transcendental situation. Acting in Krishna consciousness is called Sattva, and one who is fully conscious of the activities of Krishna consciousness is called a sadhu. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25.25, it is said that the transcendental subject matter becomes clear in the association of devotees. The words used are Satam Prasangat. Without good association, one cannot achieve transcendental knowledge. When initiating a person or offering the sacred thread, one vibrates the words Om Tat Sat. Similarly, in all kinds of performance of yajna, the objective is the supreme, Om Tat Sat. The word Tad Artyam further means offering service to anything which represents the supreme, including such service as cooking and helping in the Lord's temple, or any other kind of service for broadcasting the glories of the Lord. These supreme words, Om Tat Sat, are thus used in many ways to perfect all activities and make everything complete.
That is why in all the jagyas, when you're doing your charity, you're doing your penance, you chant the mantra Om Tat Sat. Then everything becomes purified and offerable to the Supreme Lord. This is what Krishna is explaining in these many verses. So now we go to the last verse of chapter 17. Okay.
One more question.
Yes, Babu.
This Om Tat Sat, is it connected to Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojan?
I think something like that.
Yeah.
The way Krishna explained it, you can see it divided into three. Home for the beginning, Tat for the middle, and Sat for the end. As Krishna explained like that. So it's like, okay, whatever we are starting and whatever we are doing and whatever at the end of the conclusion, everything is offered to you, my Lord. Oh, that's that.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So Ashadaya Utam Datam Tapas Tam Utam Chayat. Asad iti uchate parta nachata pritya no hiha. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme, O son of Prita, is impermanent. It is called asat, and is useless, both in this life and in the next. So, whatever austerity, penance, and sacrifice we are doing, we should do it with the faith in God. And how to do it with faith in God? We should do it in the mode of goodness. That is most important. That is what Krishna is trying to inculcate to Arjuna in this passage. We should engage in this activity in the mode of goodness, because only when you engage them in mode of goodness, then you get proper benefit, and that benefit will be eternal, not impermanent. Okay, so let's read the final purport. Who's going to read? This is the last purport of this chapter. Then this is the end of Bhagavad Gita actually, officially. Then in chapter 18 is the summary of the whole Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna summarizes what he has already taught Arjuna in chapter 18. So he summarizes everything like that. Okay.
Okay. Anything done without the transcendental objective, whether it be sacrifice, charity, or finance, is useless. Therefore, in this verse, it is declared that such activities are abominable. Everything should be done for the Supreme in Krishna consciousness. Without such faith and without the proper guidance, there can never be any fruit in all the Vedic scriptures. Faith in the Supreme is advised in the pursuit of all Vedic instructions. The ultimate goal is to understand. To the ultimate goal is the understanding of Krishna. No one can obtain success without following this principle. Therefore, the best course is to work from the very beginning in Krishna consciousness under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master. That is the way to make everything successful. In the conditioned state, people are attracted to the worshipping demigods, ghosts, or yakshas like Kuvera. The mode of goodness is better than the mode of passion and ignorance, but one who takes directly to the Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all three modes of material nature. Although there is a process of gradual elevation, if one, by the association of pure devotees, takes directly to Krishna consciousness, that is the best way. And that is recommended in this chapter. To achieve success in this way, one must first find the proper spiritual master and receive training under his direction. Then one can achieve faith in the Supreme. When what faith matures in course of time, it is called love of God. This love is ultimate goal of the living entities. One should therefore take to Krishna consciousness directly. That is the message of this 17th chapter. Thus, end of the Bhaktivedanta purport to the 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the divisions of faith. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. That is the end of chapter 17. So Krishna is saying, Prabhupada explained in the purport also, we should, when that faith matured, the one can achieve faith in the Supreme. So we are supposed to surrender to the spiritual master, develop faith in the Supreme. When that faith becomes mature, that is called love of God. This love of God is the ultimate goal of living entity. One should therefore take to Krishna consciousness directly. The whole explanation of Krishna in this 17, in 14, and some part of 15 is for us to come to the mode of goodness. Because, like Papa used in the purport of the previous verse we read before this one, he used the word sattva and sadhu. The word sattva and sadhu comes from the same Faba root, sa. And that sattva means to be in the mode of goodness. And when one is in the mode of goodness, is called sadhu, a saint. So a saint means one who is always in the mode of goodness. So all this explanation about how to eat, how to engage in charity, how to engage in sacrifice, how to engage in austerity, is all this thing is to bring us to the mode of goodness, to understand that this thing should be done in the mode of goodness, so that we can become a stately person, to come to that level where we become Krishna conscious. And Prabhupada mentioned in the purport here that Krishna consciousness is on the transcendental mode. It's beyond the mode of these three modes of materialization. It's on the transcendental, Vishuddha. So the goal is to come to the mode of goodness, and from mode of goodness, we come to the highest, which is transcendental. But I always advise the devotee that transcendental is the goal. But at least let us come to the mode of goodness. Because many a times we are thinking that we are transcendental. Meanwhile, we have not been transformed from our bad habits. So let us be transformed and come to the mode of goodness first. We have to be transformed and come to the mode of goodness first. Then we can talk about transcendence. Because if you have not been transformed and you are thinking you're already transcendental, then you start acting contrary to the scriptural injunction, meaning that as a devotee, you are supposed to be acting following the injunction of the scripture, but you think that, oh, I'm a transcendental, I can break any principle, I don't care because I'm transcendental. No, that is not what it means. So let us become transformed by following the scriptural injunction, and by doing that, we come to the mode of goodness. Instead of us trying to think that we are transcendental, then we are acting demoniac in a demoniac nature, like Krishna explained in chapter 16. The demoniac nature. What is the difference between demons and the demigods? The demons, the difference is that the demons don't follow the scripture, but the demigods, they follow strictly the scriptural injunctions. So we will stop here. Any comment or question? Because I have another class by 7:30. So if there's no any question or comments, then we'll start so that I can start the other class very soon. And before the end of this month, we are going to finish this chapter 18, because chapter 18 is one of the longest chapter in Bhagavad Gita. I'm very sure we'll finish before the end of the month. And that will bring us to the end of Bhagavad Gita, which is very, very wonderful journey so far. It has been long. I think we started last year, and it's not easy. And we're very happy that now we are coming to the end of the journey. We didn't stop halfway. Somehow or the other, we're able to finish it. So we are very happy. We thank Krishna for that. Probably wanted to say something.
I'm sorry, I talked on top of you, but I just wanted to say enjoy your weekend and have a good time. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. Enjoy your weekend also.
Yes.
And try to share some of the message with your son. Of Bhagavad Gita.
I do.
Yeah, very good.
He's learning every day. Yes.
Yeah, because when we teach them when they are young Bhagavad Gita, when they grow up, they will always refer to it. They will always refer to it. So let us always share this scripture with them when they are young. When they grow up, they will always remember it. Oh, my daddy used to show me some things in Bhagavad Gita. Let me go and see what is there in that Bhagavad Gita. Like that. It's always like that. Okay.
There's much I have to learn, but we offer food and pray every morning. Every morning.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And we give Krishna some flowers, and we burn incense and things like that.
Oh, very nice. At least there's improvement. I'm very happy to hear that.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so Sunday is Ram Navami, appearance day of Lord Ram. That's why many devotees are not here today, because they are acting drama. And so you should try to celebrate Ram Navami also in your house. You can read about Lord Ram, and you can fast till noon. Some people fast till noon, some people fast till sunset, whichever way. So read about Lord Ramchandra and pray for him to give us strength to be able to uphold the Dharma. Hare Krishna. Kita Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kapantalo biasa, kipa sundil baca, patitanam bhavani yo Vaishnavi yo namo namaha. So see you on Monday when we continue chapter 18.